Hello, this is Jen. I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for being here. Welcome if you're new. I'm here with an energy update. Um, and I'll try to keep it short, and I won't be talking as much about the twin flames. I'm very disconnected from the twin flame. I'm moving away from this, maybe temporarily. But the reason is that people focus too much on their twins and not enough on themselves. The whole part of this journey is self mastery and healing. Therefore, not wanting to be with your twin, not wanting this person to reach out. It's about self mastery and healing yourself. So I'm not the right person to guide people into manifesting their twins and stuff like that. I'm here to guide people towards self mastery. It's been very hard lately for a lot of people. A lot of people have been triggered in their own journey. You need to ask yourself why. Most probably because you were not doing some of the work that you were supposed to be doing. So it had to come through you as a trigger. And I know it's hard, but that's what the connection is all about. That's what the journey is all about. And nobody have the answers to this but you. It's worthless to be watching readings on YouTubes or getting readings and not putting the information into applications, into work for you. So for this video at least, and I don't know what's coming ahead, I'm just guided to not speak about the twin flames and the energies and what's going on, because like I said, people just focus too much on that and then they don't do their work and then a trigger happens and they freak out. That's not what the journey is about, and I'm not saying that to be mean in any way. It's self-mastery. Until you reach self-mastery and self-union, you will never be with your twin. Never. That's how it is. Sorry, that's kind of a harsh way to start the video, but it needed to be said. It was pretty clear. That's why so many things are messed up. People don't know what to do. They freak out. And really, it's not a time to freak out. If you do freak out, don't look for answers outside of yourself, but inside of yourself. Sure, I'm not saying don't talk about it or don't reach out to someone, but we need to stop with the drama. Yes, but it's so hard. Yes, but I'm freaking out. All that stuff. No. Breathe. Know that you have the powers inside of yourself to shift whatever is going on in your life. And it starts with you, not with something outside. So moving on to the energy update. It's a little bit past mid-August. We just had the final eclipse of the season, and it was a very, very harsh one. 24 hours or so after the eclipse has passed, we're sent into a collective purge and clearing. It was, I want to say awful, but it was very intense. We cleared out so many old patterns and old energies that we had in our DNA and energy sphere or field. And it doesn't necessarily apply to the divine masculine. It applies to everyone. Everyone. Notice around you, even the people who are not into spirituality that much, during that week, they fell down. For some people, it was more intense. That was a collective thing. And for the past few years, we have been, as a collective, clearing a lot of things to change the consciousness around us, in us, on earth. That's what we're here for. So we can say that we basically been in a collective dark night of the soul. Even if you went through your own individual dark night of the soul, we've been through a collective dark night. That's why people started like turning on each other or being mean, or friendships were lost because people didn't understand what was happening. And it's hard to make someone understand, because you cannot make someone understand. You can just be. When you are, when you preach by example, that's how people learn. Gandhi was saying, be the change that you want to see in the world, because it starts with you. So that's how it is. So that's why it was so important for the awakened people to just keep the balance. They stay strong. And that is also very important for the upcoming months. Very, extremely important. We are all one. We are all part of this. Whether you like it or not, you're in it. I am in it, and on some days I don't like it because the symptoms are so hard, because I'm disappointed in human nature, because I'm disappointed in human behaviors. But the only thing I can do is stand in love and send love, and ask for people to get their own guidance and to open up their eyes, including the third eye. We are in this major shift, the biggest shift ever seen in a very, very long time. And we're talking about thousands of years. And you might be feeling this. That's why it feels so different, but it feels so deep. Part of the veil is being lifted. And you might be one of these people who've been working on something and it wasn't happening for you. It's about to happen. That's where we're at now. That layer is about to be lifted. Part of ourselves are being revealed. Another part of the ego is being released. And talking about ego, because that's a very big issue in the current energies. Just notice something. When you start a sentence with I think instead of I know, I feel, when you say I think, it is your ego talking. I'm saying this because a lot of people think that they have done a lot of work, and they have, and they think that they're done. We are not done. Even if you've been on a spiritual path for a long time, and mind you, 1 year is not a long time. It takes a lifetime to become good at self-mastery. So having the pretension to say, oh, I've been awakened for so long, I think I deserve this. I think, that's your ego talking. That's totally your ego talking. I think is your ego. Your heart doesn't think. Your heart feels. Your heart knows. I feel. I see. This is the way I see it. This is the way I feel it. That's coming from your heart. So notice the difference. There's a shift that needs to happen there for everyone, including myself. When I get triggered, I get into my ego, and that's a normal thing to do. The important thing is to come back to your heart, to ground yourself right there, instantly ground yourself, and go back to your heart and speak from the heart. And I've been tested with that lately with a lot of people around me, with clients, but with good friends, with family. And sometimes all you can do is hold the space, and that's enough to be in your heart. Instead of going at it, confronting the person, this and that, no. Confrontation is never a good idea. The energies have been so intense lately, it's not a good idea to try to push your perception on people. That cannot be done anyway. That's very disrespectful, as a matter of fact. If you disagree with someone, it's okay to say, I disagree with you. This is how I see it. This is how I feel it. But the I think Know that it's your ego. So that might be an important clue for you to have and to try to notice in your everyday life, to see where you use these words and try to modify that behavior, because it's just a program, it's just a pattern going on inside of you, making you say these things, making you act this way, and so on. Uh, it's nothing bad. Just replace it. We are at that time. We are starting now and all the way to December, the end of the year, and ongoing afterwards. There is, and this is the key message of this video, there is no more space for being, for wearing a mask, for not being in your integrity, for not being authentic. There's no more space. People will know instantly when you're not. People will know instantly when you're bullshitting yourself with the, oh no, I think I've done that already. I think I've cleared it already, therefore I'm okay for now. No. People will know, and if they don't know on a conscious level, they will just feel it. And that will push them away from you. There is no more space. As if before, if we go back in time, years, months, whatever, back in time, it's as if there was a buffer between our true, authentic self and what we were putting out there. This buffer is non-existent anymore. It's not there. There's no more gap in between yourself and what you put out. So the image of yourself, there's no more gap. So it's my best advice is to just get used to it right now and just be in your authenticity as much as you can. And when you are confronted and you don't know how to act, just saying so. Sorry for my ignorance. I don't know the answer for this. Sorry, I am not following what you are saying. I'm sorry, I did not catch that. Can you start over? These are all examples of accepting that you're being confronted and just being true to yourself, naming that what is perceived as a weakness at that moment. It's a hard practice to get into, because sometimes people will be impatient with us. The important thing is just to say thank you, and you will see how much more harmony will show up in your relationships, especially in a work environment with people that you don't know on a personal level or that you don't know that deeply, whether it's your colleagues or clients. Acting this way and starting your sentence by I am sorry. Automatically, you're calling upon the other person's empathy and compassion. And you're showing your true colors and your true self, saying, I'm being vulnerable right now. I don't know. I'm being triggered or whatever is going on. And you're asking and calling for their empathy. Like I was saying, empathy and compassion, and saying, I'm sorry, but I don't know this. Can you please just support me for that moment? Can you please help me out for that moment? This is how balance and harmony works. And these are the energies of August and the upcoming months. So the choice is yours. Everybody will be presented with a choice of acting out of ego or acting out of their heart. And for people that are exhausted and tired of this path, and mind you, I totally understand. The physical symptoms have been like off the roof lately, especially since that last eclipse. They've been times 100, times 1,000. Physical pain. I'm dealing with a lot of physical pain. The sleep patterns, appetite. Our bodies are changing so much. Some foods I cannot eat. I've been pretty much living on smoothies for the past week or so, just detoxing. Our body is detoxing. And it's important that we allow our body to do so. Okay. Um, okay, so I did say I was moving away from the TF just for that, to bring a precision to that. We, as twin flames, if we focus too much on our twins, we're totally missing the point. I know I said that at the beginning of the video, but it feels important to say again. If you focus too much on your twin, you will be stuck. You won't move forward. And all those promises of unions that we see in those reading videos, you might want to rethink that. And sometimes things will show up as a huge trigger to make you understand that. A huge trigger to shake you hard enough to put you back on your path of working and take you out of that waiting. Yes, but I'm waiting. Yes, but she's doing this, he's doing that. I want to say, fuck that shit. Seriously, focus on you. What can you do? And I've said that many times. And this is the only key. This is the only way to move forward. Okay, let me go back to the energies. I was talking about no buffer between your real self and what people see. That's a sign of a rise in consciousness. That's a sign of more people waking up to quantum physics, waking up to their true divinity inside of them and their own spiritual ascension. Just for myself, the other day, I was speaking with someone and he goes, yeah, I realize I'm an empath. I realize I can read people. And I never expected that from this person because he still has a lot of ego, but he has this spiritual side of him, but he lives most of his time in his ego instead of his spirituality. And for him to say something like that, it was like the biggest validation of we've been moving forward. And we're going to keep moving forward. It's an ongoing thing. It's a law. The work never stops. It's a law. What is also a law is this too shall pass. So whenever you find yourself in a harder space and you don't know what to do, surrender. Go within. Focus on the law. This too shall pass. Or the law of rhythm. Everything has a rhythm. Everything has a cycle. These are laws. They're laws. I mean, it's impossible that it doesn't work. You can delay things by putting your ego into it, and this will never happen, so on, so on, so on. Or you can also delay things by pretending that you're all detached and not being authentic. That's as worse as being negative. Or you can just surrender and be true and be vulnerable and accept that you are vulnerable and accept that you don't know what's happening and just focus on those laws. Call their powers into action into your life. And you'll see it's going to shift. Because this shift is very long. The longest I think I remember going through. It's going to slow down. We're going to have some space to breathe a little bit. It's going to become a little lighter and easier depending where you are on your path. Every reader is different. If you watch videos, a reader may be saying, okay, we're done. I'm saying this video, we're not. So take what resonates with you. It depends where you are. And that reader who said, okay, we're done, that's where they're at. So take what resonates with you. It is, for the upcoming months, a time to slow down, starting now. Slow down and be in a grateful vibration, gratitude. Enjoy your life. Enjoy what you have. To me, I call this like a pause, like a little pause on the work and just time to be in 3D and be yourself and live. But it's really a time to spend time with friends, to, I don't know, have fun, play cards, watch movies, whatever. Do your own therapy, whatever it is. It's time to be surrounded by people and just forget about what we've been through, forget about what is not working out right now, forget about what you're not manifesting right now, and just have fun. Some kind of a sacred moment to celebrate life and celebrate what we've been through in the past month. Without doing so, and just focusing on work, 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 or you're just delaying things. It's really a time to dance to the music, you know? Let yourself enjoy this moment. Let yourself be free for a moment. Go shop. I don't know why I keep seeing like shopping. Like it probably applies to the divine feminine, but also the divine masculine, because a lot of male do like shopping. But it's that time of the year where it's time to renew your wardrobe thing. I'm sorry, wardrobe kind of thing. Give out your old clothing and go buy new ones. It's also, and this is a major part of this message and video, it's also a time for the union between the divine masculine and divine feminine. And I'm not talking about physical unions between twins. I'm talking about energetic unions between divine feminine, divine masculine. Those two energies are coming together. Some people are at a completion for this, and they are feeling that shift inside of themselves. And others are not there yet, and that's just fine. What that means is inner union. The divine masculine has been healing. In the past week, if you've had, for example, physical pain that felt like a heart attack, that's what it was. The heart, they've been healing their hearts on a deeper level. And since we all have the divine masculine energy within us, we women felt that as well. But the physical male in their lives, for some of them, it translates into dropping the egoistic behaviors or the macho behaviors of I'm strong, I do not cry, I do not show weaknesses. It might be just being more patient with people, connecting on a deeper level, especially for those who are healers. It might be being in control of their emotions and not controlling, but being in control, meaning understanding them, understanding what they are and what to do with them instead of putting them away and not looking at them. So it's a wonderful rise in consciousness for the physical male of this earth that will help humanity be in harmony on a different level. Because let's face it, we're not. We're so quick, so fast, so like people when they disagree, they break things off instead of talking about it or giving each other space for a little bit and then come back to it. And it's like, no, you're done, you're out. That's not how it works. When you do that, you're hurting yourself as much as you're hurting the other person because we are all one. So this law of oneness is now more in effect. Is in fact, I should say in effect more than ever. In that gap I was talking about, that buffer is to bring that law of oneness on the forefront and bring it forward so that more people realize that and are in that state of consciousness to embody that in their everyday life. So the divine masculine, they've been shaken up. They've been taken to school, especially at night in dreams. For the past week, I've been waking up every day at 3:33 a.m. with so much pressure on my heart that if I didn't know what was happening with me and spiritually, I would have thought that I was having a heart attack. That's how much pressure I had. We're clearing that. So, if you're the divine feminine, and if you have more divine feminine in you, your job right now is to stay in balance and keep the space clean. Hold the space for that to happen, especially if you're a twin flame. Okay, it's kind of impossible to not talk about twin flames, but especially if you're a twin flame, hold the space for your twin. Send them love, very important. If you're divine masculine, if you're someone who holds more divine masculine, well, you've probably been feeling all those symptoms and having a hard time. Just know that that's what was going on. You're clearing your heart, ancestral stuff. So when my help at this point is past life regressions, hypnosis, meditation, whatever suits you without being drugs or alcohol, or something very toxic, whatever suits you in a positive way, using a positive tool. We're almost there. We're almost at the tipping point of the shift where things are going to start feeling lighter, more loving, more in balance, less like a roller coaster. So right before I was talking about that, I was saying it's time to slow down. So keep slowing down. That's the only way you're going to be able to keep your balance and connect within at the levels that you need to connect. If you are feeling very down, perhaps spending time with people that are feeling the same way as you is the right thing to do. And that may sound weird, because why would you be surrounding yourself with people who are feeling down when you are down? It's just to share the same kind of vibration and to support each other. Because at this point, if you're trying to surround yourself with someone of a higher vibration or a totally different vibration, it's just not going to work out, because the gap in between is too important. So try maybe to surround yourself and do nothing with someone who feels the same way as you. That feels good. Sometimes doing nothing, not even talking and just watching a movie or whatnot, with someone who feels the same way as you is the best medicine and the best therapy ever. Or, if you have animals, they will sense that and they will come and just be present with you. So that's what I mean. Just be present with it. Don't try to fight it or hide it or go around this faster. It's not going to work. It's just going to make things worse. So yes, we're clearing the heart, solar plexus, throat, all those higher chakras or energy centers, new energies, new downloads and new informations are coming into our cells and DNA. We're changing, we're picking up even more on our environment thanks to the telomeres that we have. For those who don't know, the telomeres are part of was the word I'm looking for. We have, basically, let me start over. We have telomeres in our bodies, and they act as antennas, picking up on what's going on in our environment. Some people will call that mirror neurons. Well, whatever. We have antennas, and they are becoming even more sensitive now, being able to pick up on even more information. Therefore, it's even more important than ever to be clean and to be in a good vibe, because you want other people to pick good stuff from you and not bad stuff from you, right? And there's no physical distance to this. There are none. That's how twin flames pick up on one another. That's how you can pick up on your kids if you're a parent, or on someone close to you. So it's really important to be clean, because if people start picking up negative stuff from you, guess what's going to happen in physical life? They will stop talking to you. They will create a distance and move away from you. And at this point, at this time, there's no time for drama. There's time for healing, a lot of healing, deep, meaningful healing. That's the core of the message. Deep, meaningful healing. And that starts with you. That starts with you looking at yourself and not blaming others or not looking outside yourself for answers. We have the answers within. And slow down and smell the roses. That's it for now. Thank you for listening. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can do so using my Facebook page, Indigo Girls Readings, or using my email, indigogirl555@gmail.com. Enjoy this wonderful Sunday. Ciao.